ones and twos. That's what they say on the radio, right? We're on the mics. They're hot. Welcome to the SNMFM. Not the SNMFM. Welcome to SNMFM, broadcasting live on SHTR 103.7, South Huron Talk Radio. The Squawk. Matt, make a squawk sound.
Squawk!
Yeah. I'm in the wrong thing now. But hey, my name's Stephen G. Holmes. I'm one of your hosts of the show. We'll be with you for the full hour on the radio, on the airwaves. As always, I'm joined by my two best friends,
Matthew
and Louise Chunky Gravy.
Yeah, we're going to be with you. We're going to have some laughs. We're going to read some sketches. We're going to come up with some fun movie ideas. We're going to probably talk to our friend Greg. He's out somewhere. We're having a good time. We'll play some tunes. But first, before we get into any of that stuff, we're going to have a little discussion. We like to kick things off on the radio, talk about some fun stuff. Today we've got a moral conundrum. No better way to start a fun hour than moral conundrums. Here's a scenario. Or scenario, depending on your pronunciation preference.
Scenario.
Louise?
Scenario.
I'm going to say scenario.
Nice.
How do you say bagel?
Bagel.
Bagel.
What do you put on that?
Bessel.
Well played. I put on crime chaz. Here's a scenario. You witness a bank robbery. Scary. You follow the perpetrator. Brave. But instead of keeping the money for himself, you see him donate to an orphanage that was about to shut down and turn all the children loose into the wilds of the Canadian Arctic. If you report the crime, there's a high chance the money will be returned to the bank and the orphans will indeed be eaten by a polar bear. What do you do?
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Sure.
Was my money in the bank stolen?
What bank did you go to?
Bank of Montreal.
No, this was a TD Bank. TD Bank.
Oh. Okay, that does really change it for me.
Yeah.
I would say I would report them because I think the orphans would be better off learning how to survive in the wilds of the Arctic. They'll become better people. They'll become like mini Bear Grylls. They'll take that uninhabited wasteland and make a paradise out of it.
So you got a bunch of orphans are going to do that?
Yeah, they're going to copulate. They're going to prosper. They're going to form a new nation.
Okay.
The Orphanation.
I would not report. I'm definitely. I mean, growing up, one of my favorite movies was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is very obviously just Kevin Costner in old-timey clothes, trying to do a British accent and failing, helping out children. Even though you're just kind of describing the sort of treehouse fortresses that Robin Hood and his merry men lived in and built in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I don't think the kids were... But I mean, the big problem, the Arctic, the tundra, not many trees in which... No. To build up in the air tree forts. So for my money, I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to turn in Kevin Costner. Those kids will prosper. And I think one day, fun fact, one of those kids, Bill Gates.
Nice.
So without that kid getting a home, no Microsoft, no computers.
No 5G infecting our brains.
Yeah.
So if I follow the perpetrator, I think I'm most interested in how he pulls off the bank robbery. I don't really care what happens here. Like, I'm not going to report the crime, but I do want to know, how did he do it? You know, like, this sounds like a heist movie I could get in on. You know what I mean? So this guy might be, you know, the George Clooney of bank robberies, right? Like, kind of like that casino heist shit. So I kind of want in on it. I want to know, like, we don't have to do, you know, nice things with the money.
The heist is over, though.
Yeah, but he pulled one off. So now we do the next one and the next one. And then Ocean's 11 becomes Ocean's 12 and 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just
I'm just
keep
imagining
going.
You following him back to his, like, hideout and then just being like, yeah, and I was there, too.
Teach me, mentor.
Where's my cut?
Well, obviously I have leverage here. I can be like, look, I turn you in, because I saw you did it. I want to be your perpetrator manager. Okay, so you keep robbing banks, and I will just keep letting it happen.
Let's take a bet. Is Bear Grylls?
What
Is that
did
his
he
name?
do before this?
I'm going to say yes, his name is Bear.
What did he do? Like, did he ever work an office job?
He invented the Xerox copy machine, actually.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
He went to Eton.
okay, his name was Edward Michael Grylls.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So,
None of those sound like Bear.
No.
Doesn't even start with a B. His name's not even Bedward.
I think we should just cut this from the podcast because that's very disappointing information. I think people are going to be saddened by this.
I think we could put in that sad Price is Right sound effect.
Yeah.
Bum, ba-dum, brr. We'll put that in there.
Yeah.
Well, much like finding out Bear Grylls' name is not really Bear, that brings us to our theme: melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Jeopardy question. What candy, that slogan, what candy is associated with it?
M&M's.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm just imagining Alex Trebek.
Is it?
What year did the Titanic? Did it? Okay. All right. Year did the Titanic sing? 1912? Sure. Yeah. Did it? All right. How many innings in a baseball game? 8? Is it? I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's 9. I think it's 9, guys. Is it 9?
how many questions on Jeopardy
judges
would
are
you be able
shaking
to
their head.
answer if the answers weren't right in front of them?
I don't. Yeah, because he was always so smug when they were wrong.
Yeah.
That was the one thing about Alex Trebek. He'd be like, "No, it was China."
Do you think has he ever played on the show? Has he been in a match?
I don't think he did. I don't know. I mean, I'm not at Jeopardy.
Let's try to chicken shit.
Like Ken Jennings, we know he
Yeah.
was like, he backed it up.
He earned his place.
Yeah,
If they never put him on the show, they should have put him on the show.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
yeah.
Just to show the idiot he is.
I bet there was like times he was getting too hot for his britches, and the producer would be like, "Alex, we're gonna put you on as a contestant." He'd be like, "No, please, please don't make me play the game. I don't want to play the game."
Don't expose me.
And then for like 3 weeks, he was just like, "Good answer, good answer. I would have known that. I didn't know that."
You're a genius.
It's time for a sketch.
It's time for us.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a little sketch here. This is something a little bit different. Not a traditional sketch, I suppose, but every now and then I will enter a writing contest. This was a fun little contest. Matt, you've entered this contest before as well.
I did. I think so.
Yeah. It's by NYC Midnight. They do a lot of fun kind of writing contests. This one's kind of a screenplay contest where you get a genre, a location, an object, and I think like a kind of a character you have to work into it. So there were things I was given for this script, and I wrote it and did pretty well in the round I was in. So I thought, hey, why don't we read it on the show? It'll be fun. This is a little short script called Fired.
What a beautiful day. Sun shining, fluffy clouds drifting across the sky, birds doing bird things.
Chirping?
Yes! Chirping. That's the word. Beautiful, beautiful day. Like the U2 song. But not for Munson Cosmetics. It's a dark day. Damn dark. You two should sing a song about that.
I'm sure it'll get brighter, sir.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I'm afraid there's no brightening this day.
Mr. Munson, is this dark day the reason no one is working today?
Austin turns to look through the glass wall of the office. The rest of the building is empty. Munson dramatically sighs and places a hand on the window. I started this company with nothing but blood, sweat, tears, and by purchasing an already established company and making myself the CEO.
You're an inspiration.
Alas, all things must come to an end. It seems the innovations I've made to improve our best-selling moisturizers by sourcing cheaper and less regulated ingredients of suspect quality has backfired. You didn't happen to use any of our moisturizers, did you?
No, I couldn't afford it, sir.
That's good.
A lady rubbed some on my hand at a mall kiosk.
You'll probably be fine.
Probably?
What's the worry, sir?
Oh, the change that I made have caused our anti-aging moisturizer to instead push people closer to death.
Like, they aged quicker?
No, they just died. Closed caskets, all of them.
A minor hiccup, I'm sure, Mr. Munson.
Not this time, I'm afraid. The pending lawsuits and recalls have assured the end of Munson Cosmetics. We're donezo. Everyone has been terminated. I should be able to recoup most of my investment, though, which brings me to why you two are here today. I need you two to pack up my office before the moves arrive tomorrow morning. Munson strolls to his desk, grabs his keys and phone. You can pack things from the rest of the building, too. If something is heavy, it's probably expensive, so I'll take it. All right, get to work. I'll be back in the morning.
You can count on us, sir. Everything will be ready and waiting.
Thanks, Jill. Munson leaves. Jill lets the door close and turns back, ready to get to work. She rolls up her sleeves.
Okay, we got our assignment. I'll start in here and you can take a look around and see what else we need to pack. Unless you want to double team this office to get it done quicker.
Austin just stares.
What are you doing?
I'm designating. It's what good leaders do.
Right, no, why are you doing what he wants? We don't have jobs anymore.
No, we're his assistants. We still have jobs. Everyone else was let go.
Yeah, we worked for the company that doesn't exist anymore. So, no company, no more job.
We'll see.
Jill pulls out her phone and starts typing.
I'll just ask Mr. Munson.
She finishes typing.
There, you'll see.
Austin folds his arms. He waits. Joe also waits. Checks the phone. Nothing. Austin watches her, starting to smirk. He pulls out his phone. Joe's phone pings. Ping! She perks up and checks it. It's a message from Austin. We're fired.
Mr. Munson is just very busy.
Doing what? Not running a business anymore?
He does other things.
He doesn't even know your name.
He just has so many names that he has to remember. He'll get back to me. In the meantime, I'll keep doing my job.
Okay, well, I'll go check the other rooms.
Austin leaves. Joe picks up a nearby box and heads to Munson's desk. On the main floor, daytime. Austin comes down the stairs, plops down in a rolly chair, and pushes off, rolling across the floor. He slows to a stop. He pulls out his phone and starts scrolling. After a moment, he stops, puts down his phone, and sighs. He looks back to the office and Joe. Back in Munson's office. Joe has most of the office pulled apart. Filled boxes sit by the glass door. She steps out of a closet, carrying several luxurious, long coats that pile above her head. She stumbles her way to a couch and carefully lays them out. She stands and dusts off her hands. She checks her phone. Still nothing. She looks at the now empty closet and then turns her attention to another door on the opposite side of Munson's desk. She steps up to the door, grabs and twists the knob. The door pops open. She steps back, surprised. She hesitates, going further.
He said everything.
She pushes the door open and steps inside. Inside Munson's secret room. Joe enters the dark room. She reaches to the wall and flips a switch. Sexy music begins to play as red lighting colors the room. Joe flicks off that switch and hits another one that turns on a warm fluorescent light. A large bed sits across the room next to a glass shower, jacuzzi tub, and a small kitchen. Joe slowly backs out of the room. Back on the main floor, Joe bounds down the stairs.
Austin? Austin!
Furniture, couches, chairs, tables have been pushed together near the entrance. Several large plastic crates sit stacked next to and on top of pieces of furniture.
Austin?
He pokes his head out of a nearby room.
What's up?
He steps out of the room. He shed his dress shirt and is now in an undershirt. His sweat glistens with muscles exposed. Joe is caught off guard for a moment.
Sorry, did you do all this?
Oh, yeah. We got all the computer stuff and furniture out of the lounge. Gonna be honest, probably gonna take the Xbox and karaoke machine. I don't think he even knows we have those. I'm joking.
She eyes him suspiciously.
You should come see what I found upstairs.
We're back in Munson's secret room moments later. They stand in the doorway of the room.
What the fuck? This is bigger than my apartment.
Joe steps inside, taking a closer look around.
I always figured this was like a private bathroom or something.
Same.
She plops down onto the bed and lays back.
Ooh, I don't think I'd lay on that.
It's just a bed. Mr. Munson probably crashes here when he's busy working through the night.
Okay, he's never worked that hard in his life. That beds for something else.
Oh, come on. I've never even seen Mrs. Munson in the office.
No, I don't think Mrs. Munson has been in that bed either.
Joe stares at him incredulously. Austin flips the sexy time switch. Joe quickly understands. She slides off the bed fast and tumbles into Austin's arms. They hold each other for a moment, eyes locked, until Joe breaks and steps back.
Well, you should get back to work.
She heads to the door.
Are you hungry?
Joe stops.
I could eat.
He motions to the kitchen.
I'll whip something up.
Sure. I'll just take some stuff down.
Back on the main floor. Joe hauls down her last box from Munson's office. She places it on the plastic crates. In the washroom, Joe finishes drying her hands. She looks in the mirror, checks herself over, and fixes her hair. Back inside Munson's office. Joe slides through the glass door and finds the lights down and 2 candles sitting on Munson's desk. She's taken back. Austin enters from the secret room carrying 2 plates.
Hey,
Hey.
He carries the plates back to the desk and sets them down. Joe sits down across from him.
This is nice.
yeah, I thought I'd make it special. Last day and all.
Ah, that's why.
Well, part of it. I maybe have thought about asking you out for a while now.
Like, on a date?
Austin smiles.
Yes, like on a date. But I know you're a stickler for the rules, and coworkers dating is off limits. But hey, now that we aren't coworkers anymore,
But we're still co-workers.
are we? Did you hear back from the boss?
Not yet, but you're still working.
Yeah, okay, I was doing that for you. I know you'd break your back packing up every square inch of this place if he asked you to. Why do you bend over backwards for this guy who doesn't give a shit about you?
I suppose I looked up to him. Who I thought it was. I thought if I showed how hard I can work, he'd take notice and I'd tell him all my ideas for things and I'd get this promotion and start making things and make my own business and I don't know, it's all pointless now, isn't it?
Not all of it.
Austin offers a reassuring smile. Joe smiles back. Her phone dings and she smiles brighter.
Maybe none of it, because Mr. Munson says, "Who is this?"
Joe's smile fades. Austin hangs his head. Joe puts her phone down and turns her attention to the plate in front of her.
Who is this? Who the fuck does he think it is?
She suddenly whips the plate across the room. It smashes a framed photograph of Mr. Munson. Austin smiles as Joe recomposes herself.
Sorry about the food. You spent a lot of time making that.
It's cool. He didn't have much to work with. I was really experimenting.
Joe slides his plate across the table to her. He motions for her to toss it too. Joe smiles and picks up the plate. She hurls it at the glass wall, shattering both. Montage, the destruction. The pair trash Munson's office and secret room, smashing remaining photos and paintings and plates. They push the couch over the balcony. Austin packs up the Xbox and karaoke machine. A chair is thrown through the remaining glass wall. Joe and Austin stare at the damage.
So what should we do now?
He barely gets a sentence out before Joe is in his arms kissing him. They're enraptured with each other. She pushes him to the desk and they climb on top, still making out. Austin rolls to get on top, but a flailing arm knocks one of the candles to the floor. They stop and look to the floor.
Oh shit.
It's okay, don't worry. There shouldn't be anything flammable to...
Cut 2! Outside of Munson Cosmetics, moments later, the entire building is engulfed in flames. Joe and Austin watch from the parking lot, held in the glow of the fire.
Huh. It got a little out of hand.
You know, there's a good chance Munson doesn't even notice.
Yeah.
They chuckle, sirens sound in the distance.
You still hungry?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Austin laces his fingers in hers. She looks up at him, all smiles. They walk away hand in hand as a section of the building collapses.
It's probably a good thing he doesn't actually know our names.
And scene! Very nice.
I feel like I should have said it was my genre was rom-com.
Right.
And what were the things you needed to include?
Can I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Was it a karaoke machine?
No. so just thrown in there.
Yeah, just like clearly just like tacked on.
The genre was rom-com. I think the character was a sycophant, which Joe was kind of the character there, and cash cow was like the thing. So yeah,
Nice.
this is fun. We're gonna check in now with our weatherman, Greg. He's on the street, on location at the local farmers market. So we're going to check in with him, get a little report on the weather, see what's going on in town this weekend. Let's throw it over to Greg. Hey, what's up? I'm here at the local park. We're doing the local market. Lots of great stuff going on here. How are you guys doing back in the studio?
Hey, we're great, Greg. Greg, can you tell us what is for sale today at the farmers market?
So many things, Matthew. So many things. We got bright, shiny day, bright, sunny skies. No clouds anywhere in sight. Not going to be in sight for a couple of days. Now let me answer your question there. Let's get the weather out of the way. What's to buy here? We've got local fresh produce and fruit. Look at these strawberries. So sumptuous. You guys ever dip those in chocolate?
Oh, all the time.
Uh-huh.
It's a very romantic thing to do, I think, around Valentine's Day.
Oh, so romantic. I actually used to do that.
Oh, yeah, Bethany.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about that, Greg. I know that was a
Yeah.
rough time.
We don't need to air the dirty laundry here. Although it is a beautiful day out there, a great day to put your dirty laundry, or your clean laundry, I suppose. You should wash it first, put it on the... Is that...
So Greg, did we just lost you there?
No, I'm still here. I'm just taking in all the sights here at the local farmers market. Got some local crafts. Looks like some local wood burned portraits. This one's
very
a dog.
nice.
Looks like a golden retriever. Son of a gun, that is her, isn't it?
Greg, you there, so?
What
Is he still with us?
She's
Should we cut to
sorry.
something else?
Sorry, guys. Just
that's fine.
checking out
You
some of the things here at the local.
you seem a bit distracted, Greg.
I'm trying to think. I see something really cool I want to see on the other side of the market here. I'm just going to nope, come with me. Yeah, nope, move with me.
Do they have those apple donuts that they sometimes
I don't
have?
give a shit right now. Louise, gonna be straight with you.
Okay.
Oh,
What about, do they do some like fudge? I love a maple fudge.
Matt, shut the fuck up for a second.
Okay, oh God.
what is going on with Greg?
No, keep moving. Move. Break the cables. Son of a gun. Bethany, what are you doing here?
What are you talking about? Greg, we established this is my turf. You stay on that side of the city, I stay on this side. We don't cross the river.
I'm here on assignment right now.
Well, I'm here on my Saturday morning. And we said, I get east, you get west.
Well, I'm sorry, this is SmackDown, barely on the middle. It's barely on the east side. Is this Benjamin? Is this the Benjamin that you were always talking about on the phone? I'd see the phone calls. I'd see the fun little phone calls with the flirty little emojis. Is this the Benjamin guy? Hi, Benjamin.
Yeah, this is Ben. He's a firefighter.
I knew it was Ben because I've seen his Facebook profile because I've been on his page.
He saves lives.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Benjamin. Nice to see you. Very nice morning, isn't it? Not a cloud in the sky.
Greg's a good dad, okay? He is a good dad.
Sorry, I couldn't make it to the piano recitals and the football games and the dance recitals and the basketball.
Our child doesn't even play piano, but you wouldn't know that, would you?
Greg, would
Well,
you
that
like one of these pies we got? We bought way too many pies here, and
Well, you don't need to
you
give him
might
that.
you might just enjoy it. You know, I just feel like we should just give him one of the pies.
He's a
hon.
dipshit. Don't give him any.
Hon, we should give him a pie. He's
Bethany. Benjamin, I appreciate the offer here. You're trying to break bread
You
with
would
me.
never offer anybody anything like that.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, Benjamin
kid.
is such a nice guy.
Benjamin, here, how about I offer you a piece of advice? Don't leave the remote. Don't have a remote with too many buttons on it because Bethany can't figure it out.
Hey, that hurts, okay? You know my weakness. How dare you?
I
look.
hope you can only have one remote
I
with
think
that
we
you
should
control everything.
we should probably get going. We got a barbecue to go to later.
that
I'd
sounds nice.
invite you, but it might be a little weird.
I guess it's on the east side.
It's on the east side. And you know what? I don't. I let you have the West Side with the Dairy Queen. We don't even have a Dairy Queen on this side.
You have the good grocery store.
I gave you everything.
You have the good grocery store. You have the farmer's market. You have the good grocery store. Where am I supposed to get asparagus that's fresh and doesn't taste like puke?
Go to Dairy Queen, Greg.
They don't have asparagus.
Ask them for asparagus, Greg.
I don't want an asparagus blizzard. I want fresh asparagus that I can wrap with beans.
Hey, Greg.
Yes,
Are
Benjamin?
you... Greg? This is Jen from the studio coming in. I mean,
Oh, sorry.
Greg, this is Louise from the studio coming in.
Hey, Louise. I thought you said your name was Jen for a second. I was confused. Thrown for a tizzy.
Yeah. Are you all right over there?
We're fine. We've got sunny skies. Everything's great. No dirty laundry. All clean laundry out on the line.
Hey,
Fresh.
Greg, this is Matthew
Asparagus?
from the studio. Do you think you could maybe go interview that Benjamin guy? He sounds really like he's a firefighter out at the market. That sounds like something we could
He
really
sounds
interview.
cool.
He's not that great.
No?
He's got those like pies and everything.
He has to wear 2 different size shoes because one is a little bit smaller than the other one.
Okay, well that makes him more likable, actually.
Yeah,
No,
I think
no.
people would want
Sounds
to
like
hear about that.
he's overcome some difficulty.
Because you find
Yeah.
you find the footprints. You find 2 different size footprints in your garden outside your bedroom window, and you just know what that means.
Is he like the chief? Did you say? Is he like the fire chief?
Yeah, and he's on all the sexy calendars. Okay, he's got a 6-pack and a huge hose, if you know what I mean.
That's why I recognized him. The calendar.
Oh yeah, we have one of those up in the studio.
Right, he's February and November.
He got 2 months. He's the only one with 2 months.
Yeah, I remember reading they made an exception for him because he's so good looking.
He is so good.
Normally they don't like to put different, give more than 1 month. But
Yeah, and his is the one with the dog. It's so cute.
wow, yeah. Hey, do you think you could you like hook us up? Could you like get us in contact with him?
Yeah, I can get you his number.
Cool. I just think
Great.
maybe we can invite to that barbecue.
Yeah. Greg, are you gonna finish up the segment? Like, you wanna say just literally
Yeah,
anything?
it looks like it's raining. It's raining now. Just seeing. That's not. There's just the rain on my cheeks.
Cool. All right. Well, see you, Greg.
Bye.
Okay,
Good job.
I just need to find some asparagus. All right. Always great to hear from Greg on location. You guys are going to a barbecue?
Yeah.
Nice.
Firefighter barbecue.
Oh.
They know how to burn.
Hope it doesn't get out of control. All right. We're going to take a little music break coming up. But first, before we listen to that, we're going to talk about what we've been listening to. I'll start it. I've been listening to a lot of Addie. Addie Wyrick. She's very funny when she has some music she's put out. Really fun, really good. Raw and emotional, some of it. But also just very fun. Listening to that. Also been listening to The Beaches. They've got a few songs out now. Got an album coming out in like August, I think. They're going on tour. I really love The Beaches. Yeah, Louise, what do you listen to?
Lately I've been listening to a lot of old Metric, new Metric, which I am told is still old, and and I've been listening to Lady Gaga, her new stuff, and a little tired of it, I will admit, because it's one of those things where you only know some of the words and not all of the words, and then you start to drive yourself crazy. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been listening to, and a bunch of podcasts I like.
You like Metric. Have you ever listened to Imperial System?
Love it.
I got it. I got there. I got there.
Matt, what have you been throwing the old earbuds lately?
So I've heard that some people later in life they develop, snoring, and their partners can have a really difficult time with that because they are not used to it, and it keeps them up at night. And I thought, this could potentially be in my future. So I thought, I'm gonna get ahead of the problem. I started listening to loud sounds of people snoring, to get acclimatized to it, to get used to it, so that when it does happen in real life, I'm ready. I'll just fall asleep like a baby, and it won't matter. So yeah, just endless hours of snoring, different kinds of snoring. loud snoring, soft snoring, bit in between, multiple people snoring. And you know what? I'm kind of enjoying it now. At first, it's a bit jarring, but now I kind of want some loud snoring beside me, like a white noise machine, but coming right out of a person's nose and mouth. Yeah.
Do you have the classic honk shoe?
Yeah. Can you give me a taste of that?
Honk shoe.
Oh yeah.
Honk shoe.
It's like ASMR for me.
I should just record myself.
Yeah, I hear that you snore pretty bad, so.
Yeah. That had the same tone of like, yeah, I hear you're a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, now I'm prepared. If we ever do that sleepover that we've always wanted to do,
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
Boys' night.
Well, I think we should do we should get together, do a classic, like 90s child sleepover. We're going to get a whole bunch of Mountain Dew, going to get snack mix, going to watch scary movies, sleeping bags. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, hell yeah. But all right now we've got a tune from Rae Melvin. He's a very talented young musician from Clinton, Ontario. If you like the blues, I think you're going to dig his stuff. He's a really nice guy. I've played a little bit of music with him when I was playing some tunes with Aaron Neeb at the Cultural Collective. He did some drums for us. Really good guy, really nice. You can follow him on Instagram at ray.melvin_music for upcoming show dates. He's playing a bunch of shows this summer. And he has a new EP coming out very soon. So here's that first single off that EP. This is Rae Melvin with Identified.
One day I was identified, leaving the scene of a homicide. In the wrong place at the wrong time. But I'm not the one who did the crime. Police knocked on my door, said you're under arrest for shooting 7 bullets in an old man's chest. Set me up to do the time. Serve a sentence that's not mine. Sit in that cell until I die. 'Cause I didn't have an alibi. Cambridge guilty as charged, so now I'll spend my life behind bars. I'll live a lonely life in a cold cell. Live in a burning hell until my coffin gets its last nail. My love didn't seem to fare me well. I'll be ill for the rest of my life in the state prison in cell block 9.
after.
Are you tired of dry, flaky skin that makes all the girls go "Ugh"? Are you ashamed when you hand the cashier your milk change and they recoil from the touch of your old, sun-beaten Mazda Miata soft-top feeling skin? Then try Stanky Hank's Body Jams and Marmalades. They're chunky and they'll make you wet. Sure, you'll look like a fresh baby covered in amniotic gloop, but you'll be wet and sticky. Here are some of our scintillating scents and aromas. Blueberry body blubber, grape granny goop, mouldy rhubarb, ugh. Elderberry earwax, mango mucus, unknown aroma, lime and lard, kangaroo goo, Billy's undergunk, orangey glad I didn't say rat feces, Dad's funky toenails, kelp and koala goulash, chimchurri chum chunks, sausage fingers, pickled pork pie peedy pesties. This has been Stanky Hank's Body Jams and Marmalades. Use the code CHUMCHUNKS for 40% off. I'm not sure I can actually afford 40, but they said I couldn't do a commercial without a code. So actually, please don't use the code, okay? Pretend I didn't say it and just don't use it, because I can't really afford that. Don't let yourself not be wet and sticky. I love you.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to SMFM. Stephen, Matt, and Louise here with you. I know you guys are looking kind of dry. What, you guys going to pick up some Stanky Hanks?
Yeah, I need it bad. My skin is so dry, so I could really use some Billy's Undergunk all over me.
Yikes.
I'm going to get some sausage fingers.
I get the mango mucus one.
Yeah,
At least it'll be mango-y.
I got enough mucus.
Yeah.
Trust me, if there's one thing I don't eat, it's more mucus. All right, we're going to move on to our last segment here. This is called Pitch It or Ditch It. Pitch It or Ditch It. This is a segment where we pitch the next great film. Hollywood, if you're listening, our phone is waiting. Today we're going to do something fun. We're going to do a body swap comedy. There's been lots of great ones. I feel like it's been a little while since...
Name one.
Freaky Friday?
Okay, name two.
I like Freaky Friday's one, but I feel like they've done that one a lot.
Yeah.
I guess, and by a lot, I mean twice, I think.
Well, I think it's based on an old one, isn't it? Isn't Freaky
I think
Friday
there was an old one, then a Freaky Friday in like 2005 with obviously Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, which is now coming out with a sequel called Freakier Friday. I also remember Freaky from a few years ago, which was a fun slasher with Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton, where like a Jason type serial killer gets swapped with like the final girl, basically. Made for a lot of fun stuff. 17 again, that's one I can think of. I never saw it, but or I guess that's not a body swap. That's just that's a big, but in reverse. Right?
Maybe.
Because in Big, he gets big, but in 17 again, he gets 17 again.
Oh, it's right in the title. Real spoiler alert there.
Yeah. What if we just do Twisty Thursday? I guess Freaky was a fun one because, it's like two, I guess, a mom and a daughter. That's fun.
Yeah.
I think there's probably been like two best friends, I think. Isn't that what? There was a Ryan Reynolds, Jason Bateman one.
Oh, yeah.
The Change Up, I think. Where they both peed in a fountain, I think, and that's how they switched bodies.
Oh, yeah, that happens. That's why I never pee in the same fountain as somebody else at the same time.
Yeah.
You never know.
Matt's always pissing and drinking fountains, though.
Yep. Just not
while
the same
someone's
time.
while someone's drinking from it. It's always at that blind school too. Anyways, who would be like two fun people to see swap bodies?
Well, I was thinking you need some conflict, I think. So it'd be like the Freaky Friday is great because like the mom and daughter don't get along, then they swap and they have to see each other from different points of view. So what if it's someone that you just hate, someone you despise? Who do you despise the most in the world, Steve?
The police.
Yeah, so you become a cop, I guess?
Oh, I meant the band. I hate Sting.
Oh, yeah. So you become Sting.
No.
Oh, and Sting becomes you.
Oh, and he hates me for probably various reasons, like those letters I keep sending him.
Yeah. Fresh idea. You've never heard this before. What if, some teenager gets swapped with a very important person? Say, oh, I don't know, the president.
Younger. I was gonna say like a 9-year-old.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, a 9-year-old gets their body swapped with a major politician.
Yeah, and
no one notices.
Yeah,
Because it's impossible to notice.
Yeah, nothing changes. So I think there has to be some stakes, right? So it has to be someone kind of maybe important. What if, here's some fun hijinks. What if I get switched to the prima donna ballerina of the Russian ballet? Right? I'm totally out of my element, but it's very important that so I have to learn ballet as this clumsy guy in a couple weeks before the grand premiere. Otherwise, Poon will probably assassinate me, etc. And so we got to work together, right?
those stakes got raised quickly.
I just assumed that if you flub that, then you're toast. You're
See, I was
poisoned.
more like I was kind of more like, okay, so there's a kid, and the combative teacher who's also his neighbor.
Oh,
I know
that's
what
good.
it is. I know what
Oh.
it is. It's the first time that they have put breakdancing in the Olympics.
Is this what actually happened? Is this what happened
This
with
is
that
my
Australian
theory
lady?
now, that this is what has happened. It was a body switch all this time, and it was somebody's like toddler.
Freaky
I like this is
Friday.
this is turned into like a historical like mockumentary at the same time.
Yeah, but you guys both knew where I was going with that.
Yeah. Hey, here's a pitch. Okay, what if it's like a Devil Wears Prada situation where you got hot shot person running a big company and like a fresh-faced intern. They butt heads, but then they actually switch heads. And the intern realizes the difficulty of running this big mega corporation. The mega corporation person realizes how shitty it is to be an intern fetching coffee.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a good kind of classist commentary in there, and
Yeah. There's a really fun scene with a meeting with the board. I don't know. I'm Melvin with depth now. I don't know what you do in that kind of situation, but we could raise something.
You could pick someone famous like Gordon Ramsay,
Sure.
that like someone has to like body swap with him, and like they don't know anything about cooking.
oh, you know what we
Yeah.
call this? You know what we call it?
Ratatouille.
Hell's switching.
Ooh.
Ah, yes, yes.
Okay, so it's like a brand new chef. They're shitty at their job.
Yeah.
They get yelled at really bad by Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
I think
Classic
you know
style.
this. I think this one would be funny if it's a kid, because then we've got a kid who's like in like, I don't want to fucking do finger painting right now. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. It's raw.
Yeah, half the movie could just be like Gordon Ramsay's voice coming out of a little kid would be very funny.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Body switching.
And then there's Gordon Ramsay just being dubbed over by a kid who's
A child.
like maybe talking too young for how old he is, but being
Right.
like, I don't know, how can we make macaroni and cheese?
They're like, here's this elevated and constructed thing, and he doesn't want anything. He's like, do you have chicken nuggets?
Oh, but here's a fun little twist. So Gordon Ramsay, as a child, demands that his kitchen makes like childlike foods, like chicken nuggets and stuff, and the people love it. Like it goes
a
over
hit.
really well. It's a hit.
Yeah.
Maybe his restaurant's kind of struggling. Like he's trying to make these good dishes. It's not really landing with critics. His star is kind of waning.
Yeah.
But then he starts just serving these classics that everybody loves. Ketchup on macaroni. Huge hit.
And we learned
People think
that,
it's
like,
bold and audacious.
we learned Gordon Ramsay's like this because he never really had a childhood.
Yeah, which is
Now
probably true.
now he just gets to relax and like he's like, nap time? What is nap? Well, I just late in the middle of the day?
Like I assume Gordon Ramsay doesn't know how to ride a bicycle, so we should have a scene where he's now a child and he's learned to ride a bicycle for the first time.
But also adult Gordon Ramsay as the kid. The kid adult in Gordon Ramsay is also learning to ride a bicycle.
Yeah, so at the same time, they're both learning simultaneously. And over time, they develop a nice bond together. They help each other out.
How does this switch happen?
I
Like
was
how?
just going to ask that.
Yeah, how does this happen?
I feel like, what if the kid's eating at the restaurant? There's like, so Gordon Ramsay's he's stressed over his head.
Yeah.
His restaurant's failing. He's trying to do something new. So he goes to like a Chinatown or something, and there's like a mystic Chinese man, which feels wrong. I don't want to go down this road. Matt, come up with something to save me.
Okay. What if instead Gordon Ramsay leaves his watch in like a nuclear reactor thing, and when he goes in, his body disintegrates?
No, we're reeling back.
Okay, what about they're at the restaurant together, and when...
Okay, wait. I got a way to combine me and Matt. The movie opens with a piece of nuclear fallout falling into the ocean, and then a fish eats that. And then Gordon Ramsay, he's down on his luck, and he's like, I don't know what to do. Maybe some sort of new red snapper dish. I don't know. And he goes to the market, and he's like, that fish, I want it. And the guy's like, that one? Okay. And then he takes it, and then that's what he ends up making. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this fish. And the kid's like, I want fish fingers. And Gordon Ramsay's like, fish fingers? Oh, my God. But maybe the kid's important?
Maybe. Hey, can I ask a question about your setup scenario? Does he buy the fish from a racist Asian caricature?
No. It's just normal.
Okay, just checking.
Any ethnicity. There's nothing specific about them.
Okay.
It's just a fish guy who sells fish.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the kid gets these fish fingers, and it's made from the magic fish, and it's glowing. But maybe the kid's a brat too, and the kid's like, I want you to feed it to me. And as soon as he puts it in his mouth and he takes a bite, whoa, the lights start flashing, and the soup, the bowls on the table start like jiggling, and everyone's like, something's going on.
Hey, I have a question. How did they switch bodies in Freaky Friday? Do you recall?
I have no idea.
I remember a fun scene where like the mom realizes she's in a teenager's body, and she just starts like eating French fries because she hasn't had French fries in years. And I didn't really understand that scene at all. I'm like, you can't have French fries as a 40-year-old woman?
Oh,
and
that's
it's really,
so bleak.
it was pretty bleak, yeah.
She can eat the hell out of some yogurt, though.
Yeah.
That's something, Gordon Ramsay can start discovering, too, in the child's body. He's like, wow, pudding.
Yeah.
Never had this before.
Yeah, he rediscovers all these delicious things that we have in our childhood that, for some reason, adults don't really partake in anymore.
This is great. He takes it all back to cooking and like makes it enjoyable.
He serves like guests, like there's like fancy wine dishes, but then he brings like a Capri Sun kind of thing, just like
juice
squirts
box,
it out in their dish. Do they swap back to each other's bodies,
I think they have to eventually.
or are they stuck forever? Now, how do they swap back? Do they take another bite of the poisoned radioactive fish?
I think they just piss in the same fountain.
Done. And they're back.
Maybe it's once the kid poops out the radioactive fish.
Right. Yeah. They have like he starts getting very ill, so they take him to the surgery.
He's been reinvigorating his restaurant with all these new kind of child-friendly dishes, and twists on old kind of classics like that. And then they're going to do like a big opening with this huge critic coming back. The critic who slammed him at the start of the movie is coming back, and it's a huge thing. But that night he poops out the thing, and then he wakes up and he's back in his own body.
Right.
And Gordon Ramsay's back in his own body, and he's like, how do I do this? But then he
Right.
puts like modern new twists on those classics and brings back what he's learned with what he had before, and he finds a new passion.
Mm-hmm.
And
How are the kid and him connected?
it's the kid is his. So he has a hostess who has a kid, and he kind of hates the kid. And the hostess, he's got a relationship that's like they kind of butt heads sometimes, but then he gets to see her in a different light as her son.
We could also kind of take the idea as had before with like you learn how hard it is to be corporate overlord, and the corporate overlord learns how shitty it is to be an underling. And so like he learns how difficult it is to work in his restaurant. Also, I think the kid should be the cause of the horrible review at the beginning. Like the kid accentuates like the kid's like, this tastes like shit, and the critic is like, this does taste like shit. I agree, little child. You know?
Foie gras, more like foie blah.
Yeah, and the critic's like, I'm gonna take that. That's good.
Oh, good. I'm gonna take that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why the critic is stealing lines from a kid, but you know.
Yucca, more like yuck. Oh, this
I
kid's
think this
just
is-
on fire.
This is a pitch it. It's so good.
And then we can have a scene straight from Ratatouille where the critic's like, I want to meet the chef. And then Gordon Ramsay pulls out the little kid. And he's like, it's him. It's all him. And then the health department shuts him down.
He was under his hat the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, that should be a scene where Gordon Ramsay. So they switch back to bodies. He doesn't know what to do, and he's like, "I just watched Ratatouille." And he just walks into the kitchen with an absurdly large hat that's obviously covering like a 9-year-old child. And then he's just like, "No, this is never gonna work." Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I also agree. This is a pitch.
Switching.
Yeah, Hell's Switching. Great title too.
Great title.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, you like that movie? Tell us to write it, or tell Hollywood.
Tell
Hollywood
Gordon.
Tell Gordon. If
Get
you know
Gordon
Gordon
on the
Ramsay,
phone.
if you're eating at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant and you see him, just say, Mr. Gordon Ramsay, please, if I may, Hell's Switching, and he'll be like, I'm in.
Give me those
He'll
riders
get
on the horn.
He'll get it right from the title. Anyways, that's going to do it for us tonight. I think we've had we're running the clock. The mics are getting too hot. We got to cool them down. Take the cans off. Put them in the soup bucket. Alrighty. Thank you so much for listening. Spending some time with us, having some fun. I hope you had some fun. If you want to see more of our stuff, have some more fun with us. Watch our videos. We put out new sketches every month on our YouTube channel. We also have a couple other fun podcasts. We've got Corntown, which is a true crime parody. We also have the Spooking Minutes, which is a lot of fun. We talk things that scared us as kids and then improvise kind of a goosebumpy story. And yeah, follow us on Instagram at thesmexperience. We're on TikTok. Yeah. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this. Hope you had some fun. We'll catch you again sometime soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bethany, if you're listening, it's Greg. Just wanted to say, I'm sorry about what happened in the farmer's market. I was, it was a little hot, it was sunny skies, clear, not a cloud in the sky. It was getting a little warm under the collar there, and look at Benjamin, he's a fun, nice guy. I just wish, you hadn't slept with him in our marital bed. Oh, boy, I just want some damn asparagus, Bethany. Just a taste. The asparagus on the west side of town, it's utter garbage. Literally, I could find asparagus in a trash can that tastes better than what I find on the west side of the town. Also, I saw your sister was single. Do you mind if I give her a call? It's Greg, by the way.